Watch these foreigners get a surprise ticket home on Border Force UK.
There's going to be quite a lot of people to deal with. So we've got about 6 officers who are going to be interviewing. Then everybody else is going to be in a cover role today, so that'll be my role, just to be where I'm needed, really.
Right here. Stop here, stop here, stop.
The first stage of the mission is to seal off the escape routes. The teams split up. One group surrounds the perimeter.
That's clear.
As another moves inside the factory.
Guys from immigration, can you come over?
Everyone is a suspect, so all the workers are quickly rounded up. With the entire workforce together, the team sets up a safe zone where the interviews will take place.
At the moment, we're just trying to contain the area, get everybody who's on the premises into a sterile area. So at the moment, we're just trying to cover everybody until we get ourselves set up to interview everybody.
We didn't lose anybody, nobody escaped or anything, so yeah, it was good. It went quite smoothly. We've just got to do the rest of it now.
Okay, what's your name?
S6 at the moment, S6.
Do you want to write it for me there? So that's Satnam Singh, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're Indian?
Yes.
And how long have you been in the UK?
Huh?
How long have you been in the UK?
96.
You came in 96? Yeah. And what's your entitlement to be here?
Sorry?
What's your entitlement to be here?
96, yeah.
Yeah, I know you came in 96. How did you come in 96?
96 in the land, yeah.
You flew in 96, did you?
Yeah.
Have you got a visa?
Yeah.
Work permit?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
My home. My car.
Where's your passport now?
This is my home.
At your house?
Yeah.
Right, so how long was your visa for?
Me? 96, yeah.
Yeah, but are you here legally now?
I'm legal.
No, are you?
I'm 96. Yeah, work here. 96, yeah.
Officer Jones isn't getting any clear answers, and neither is Officer Jody Deadman.
What language do you speak?
The man claims to be Greek, but says he can speak a little Punjabi.
He's got a Greek passport, he's in Greece.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Right, so you're telling me that you've got a Greek passport. Why did you send it back to Greece?
Okay, he sent it back for renewal. It's going to be stamped again to be renewed.
So how am I going to believe that you're a Greek national when you can prove that you can't show me that you're a Greek national?
He said he can get the passport back. He can get a photocopy of the passport back within 10-15 days.
Well, no, I need it now. Basically, what he's stated to me is that he's a Greek national, but which means he's a European national and he doesn't need a visa. He can basically live freely and work freely in the United Kingdom. The problem we have is he has no identification to prove that to me.
Yeah.
Right, what do you want me to do with him then? We haven't arrested him.
Don't pull out a performer yet. I need to pull out if you're going to arrest him.
Oh, right, okay.
Where's your documents?
He doesn't know.
Yeah, you speak English? Yes, you do. Stop lying to me. Where are your documents? Nick him on suspicion.
Right, okay. Right, okay.
Officer Campbell has ordered the first arrest, and with 45 people still to be interviewed, there could be many more.
Right, to start work here, the person that gave you the job, you would have to show him something to say that you was legally here in the United Kingdom and you was entitled to work. So what did you show him?
Oh, you my card.
You've got a national insurance card?
Yeah.
Where's that? Okay, show me. Yeah. Where did you get this from?
Yeah, my solicitor.
Your solicitor?
Yeah.
Your solicitor gave you this?
Can you just quick name check?
Why are you entitled to be here and work? Who gave you permission to be here and work?
Yeah, working a long time job here, I mean, tax pay, everything.
Officer Jones will now check his immigration status on the Home Office database.
Okay. So he came when? Sorry, Trace. December. Is he Faz? Yeah. Lovely. Cheers. Now listen, you're in the United Kingdom illegally, and you're not entitled to work.
Oh, right, okay, mate, sorry.
Okay? You know that though, don't you? Huh? You know that, don't you? You know you're not entitled to work, and you know you're here illegally, don't you?
Okay, not illegally, okay.
This chap actually arrived in the United Kingdom in December '98, and he was arrested and served as an illegal entrant at document abuse. He then absconded, and he's been an absconder ever since. He did claim asylum. It's failed, but he's been an absconder since '98, so he'll be going down the station and he'll be processed from there. I've already cautioned you, but you're under arrest for being in this country illegally and working illegally, all right? I'll let you know what's going to happen to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Such illegal entry.
It's been a busy morning for the team. 46 people have been interviewed and many arrests have been made.
We've made 12 arrests, of which one was a failed asylum seeker, one was an overstayer, and the other 10 were arrested on suspicion of illegal entry.
Although the manager doesn't want to appear on camera, he is keen to prove he hired the men in good faith and carried out all the necessary checks.
This is the employer's file where he's keeping all the details of his workforce. And it looks like one of my colleagues has actually seized it, so we'll be taking this back to the office to run the checks for the people that we've arrested.
An employer must check and keep copies of a worker's documents before hiring them. This helps to show they've done everything possible to follow the rules if later found to be employing an illegal worker. If, however, they are knowingly employing illegal workers or can't show that they took these necessary steps, they could be fined up to £10,000 per employee.
What we're doing now is the people we've arrested have all gone out to the police stations. The remaining officers here, we're all going to go and do the house searches now for the addresses of the people we have arrested. So I've got a small team here, and we're going to go down and do 2 addresses, and hopefully we can find some documents within.
Okay, all right, watch your head when you go in, mate. All right, okay.
In order to remove the suspects from the country, the team need to verify their identities. The best way to do this is to search their homes and find their passports or any other form of identification.
200. What do we say, 202? They didn't have keys for us, so it's a case of just knocking and see if anybody answers today.
Oh, hello. Can we come in? You happy for us to come in? Yeah? Okay. Happy to come in? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So who lives here? Was it you and this gentleman here?
Inside the house, the team encountered 2 men who are both foreign nationals and immediately admit to being in the UK illegally.
He came to look for work 2 years ago.
And how did he enter the UK?
England.
Lorry.
Yeah, via lorry.
I asked him when did he arrive here?
OK, Turlock, you are now under arrest. You don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
The team have found more than they bargained for. Both men are arrested for entering the UK on the back of a lorry. Now their rooms can be searched too.
Okay, sit on the floor. Sit. Okay. Where do you have any paperwork? Okay, no problem. Myself and my colleague are going to look around. Okay, we'll ask you questions. If you show us the paperwork, we don't need to look.
The man claims to have no paperwork, so the team will have to search the entire room.
Sometimes these things happen. We go to a home address, and obviously we've got the power to come here because we've arrested the person. They've provided this as their home address, their place of residence. So when we come back here, we've encountered another 2 working here, had a quick chat to them and found they're actually in the country illegally. So they've been arrested on suspicion, so we're now having a search through their rooms.
Is this your bag?
Is this your bag?
Yes.
Next door, the officers have forced entry to one of the bedrooms.
So we've gained entry to this room. This is the room for the guy who was arrested down at the factory. I found all his pay slips, so we know we're in the right room. So hopefully we'll find a passport for him. Have you done all these, Paul?
I haven't gone through the details.
Oh, right, okay.
In the third bedroom, Officer Viv has found an asylum registration card, which appears to give the owner the right to work in the UK.
I mean, this particular one, it's got employment permitted, and from my phone call that my colleague made to the Home Office earlier on, there was no trace of this gentleman on Home Office records. So this card would appear to not been issued by the Home Office.
We've just found a counterfeit art card. Usually the art cards have got employment prohibited on them. You'll see on this one it's got employment permitted. So that always makes you have a second look anyway if it's got permitted on it, because very few of them do. But that is a particularly bad one.
And that's not all. Officer Viv's also found a fake passport.
Well, the gentleman first of all said he's an Indian national. It seems that it's falling apart, and as you can see, there appears to be something else underneath. It seems as though one page has been stuck on to another.
Next door, the deception continues. Another national insurance card.
Is it false or?
I would say it's very moody, yeah.
He's saying it's moody, he's saying it was supplied by a previous occupant.
Oh, excellent. Well, in that
as
case,
a false one.
Sees that and sees the paperwork.
Fake passports and forged documents are flooding the UK from factories in Eastern Europe.
Jim, do you want all of the paste?
The officers have found plenty of fakes, but not the genuine passport they were looking for. Although the trail took an unexpected twist, the team have gathered enough evidence of deception to remove the men.
Hold your arm for now, okay, don't worry.
These 2 arrests take the total to 15. The 2 men are both currently in detention. This man is also in detention and is awaiting removal from the UK back to India. This man claimed to be from Greece. He wasn't. He is also waiting to be removed back to India.
Risk assessment, this is a medium risk operation. All officers and observers to wear issued personal protective equipment and check it's in working order. Specific risks for this operation: officers to be mindful of the risk of clean chemicals being used as weapons. Arrests to be made if deemed appropriate.
With the car washers quickly rounded up, the team want to know their identities.
Okay, sir, can I have your right hand?
Using a mobile fingerprint unit, the officers will soon know who is legal and who is not.
Mehdi Bakish?
Yeah.
Right.
Mehdi Bakish.
7 August 77.
Yeah.
Iranian national, male.
Right.
ASU.
Reference
Bravo
111
797.
Yeah, it's Faz.
Faz, not allowed to work.
A Faz is a failed asylum seeker. This man has been refused permission to stay in the UK.
You're under arrest as a person liable to be detained. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned, something which you later write in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, all right?
Okay.
Right, before we put you in the vehicle, we need to search you. The guy we've just arrested is an Iranian who has been proved to be a failed asylum seeker, so he doesn't have permission to work. He is removable from the UK if we can find a document at his home address. So that's the intention, is to go to his home address and see if we can find a passport or anything to get a document for him.
She understands, okay? The person allowed to detain on the Immigration Act, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm the defence.
The team arrest 4 other suspected illegal workers, and their documents must also be searched for. All the men claim to live in the same house, only a short walk away.
Gloves on. A lot of these places are all multi-occupancy, lots of foreign nationals all living in bedsits and paying a lot of money to landlords. OK, start searching. Do you want to take that side, or are we going to do it methodically? Passport is the essential thing which we're trying to find. That's the key to everything. Passport or anything with proof of identity, because without that, the Iranians won't entertain any application to get him a document whatsoever. It's very rare that we find them, but one day we will do.
Searching can be a dirty job, but this time it's a dangerous one too.
We've just been advised that one of the detainees we've arrested is a possible heroin addict, so we've got to watch out for sharps. Julie, we've got some drugs in the back room here which may relate to the heroin user. Do you want to ask him if they are his and if he needs them?
The team find a heroin substitute, but no documents with ID.
Got from the library.
However, Officer Dan finds evidence of a misdemeanour that falls outside his jurisdiction.
2006. If we can't nick him for immigration offences, we're nicking for an open book library, yeah? Yes.
But because the book is a manual for a jet fighter, the team alert Special Branch just in case. The enforcement team has moved on to another supermarket car park, and they think they're on to more illegal workers.
Hello, mate, from immigration. You got any ID on you? You got a wallet? One of these. You got one of these? In the pocket? Yeah, anything in there with your name?
No.
OK, just wait with me, then we'll come and have a chat. Stay with this gentleman here.
Officer Dan has found a worker who isn't too keen to answer his questions.
Can't go out for Lehman.
Where's that thing gone?
Yes, sorry. I haven't seen it.
Right, keep the radio clear, please, guys. I think we've got runners. Yeah, a guy in his late 50s, 5'5", unshaven, dark skin, Iranian national.
The two people have run off from the site have been picked up, and we put the call out to the local police, and looks like they've been detained by a local police unit.
Oh, here he is. Thank you, gentlemen.
No worries.
Well, I thought it was one, but he was the one, yeah.
The team are reunited with their runner, along with two others they didn't know had
Okay,
gone.
you two come over here. Yeah, well, you ran away, mate. You shouldn't have done that.
To remove illegal workers, they must first find evidence of who they are and where they're from.
What's your name?
Muhammad.
Mohammed?
Hussein.
Hussein?
Yes. Akdar.
Passport?
No passport.
No? Pourquoi pas?
No.
Address?
No. Address?
Yeah.
Here?
Sweet. Chris, what's a wallet in French? A portefeuille? No. Gentlemen, you've been arrested by the police. You're further arrested as persons liable to be detained under Schedule 2 of the Immigration Act. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Probably not, but no. You're under arrest. Right.
Everybody have children, everybody have wife, everybody rent house, my Iran, no, but everybody no working, no Iran. I will stay here.
Well, you're not allowed to, are you? You're not working legally. That's what it's all about.
Thank you very much for your help.
There's people in this country who haven't got jobs.
In the two car parks, the team arrested 11 suspected illegal workers. All were Iranian nationals. One man is later removed from Britain. The others are on reporting conditions, while the Immigration Service await their travel documents. Today, Immigration Officer Vicky Lacey and her team are hitting North Greenwich Tube Station, where they will stop and investigate anyone they suspect of committing immigration offences.
The whole idea of having arrest-trained immigration officers on the street is still very new, and I don't think the majority of the public are aware of our role and what we are doing.
Hello, sir. I'm from the UK Border Agency. Can you tell me what country you come from?
Hi. What did you say your wife's name was?
Are you lawfully in the country? Are you lawfully present in this country?
Yeah.
What permission have you been given to stay in this country? You have EU. How did you get EU national? Because you were married to, or you are married to.
EU national.
You're married to an EU national. Where's your wife from?
France.
From France. Where's your wife now?
I was in France.
Right. Can you just have a word with my colleagues, please?
Can you say that for us?
Got a runner.
Stop struggling! Please, stay on the front. Excuse me. Stop! It's not a criminal. No, move away. It's not a criminal. It's not a criminal. No, I'm not going to move away. There's a camera there. It's not a criminal. Move away. Don't touch me. Go and control your borders, not a station. People are carrying knives on the street. You're not catching them. People are trying to make life better for themselves.
We're under arrest for suspicion of entry on the UK on an immigration offence. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
Okay, it's no response.
I have to shout because I'm paid. You guys come to Africa, do whatever you want to do. Don't talk to me like that. What do you mean? Don't talk to me. I'm not a criminal. I'm only talking about rights.
Tell me why you ran.
Sorry?
Why did you run? If you're not a criminal.
Go and catch my boss.
You get here, you catch your bus. You're good. Yeah, okay.
Not criminal.
Shuffle back, yeah, and lean against the wall.
Give me a chance. I beg your pardon. For what? Hold on. Calm down. What's the problem?
Relax.
What? What's that for?
Put your hand. No. Give your hand. Give your hand now, boss. I will use this on you, yeah? Put your hand down.
The guy was getting very aggressive, hands in my face. If I didn't do something then, he could have ended up hitting me. I don't get paid enough for that. Where's my guy that I've nicked now?
Officer Lacey is with the man who tried to stop the arrest.
Do you know that guy? You don't know him? Right, okay. Next time you see someone having a little altercation, if you don't know the reasons behind it, don't get involved, okay? We'll let him go now, take his details and send it off to the local police station. We obviously created a lot of interest from the public. Some people giving us a round of applause, other people thought it was morally wrong, but we're here to do a job, so we do what we're told to do.
Officers questioned the suspected illegal immigrant who tried to escape.
No. Because you ran away from us. We told you who we were and you ran away from us. All right?
Is that easy, right?
That's the reason why you're under arrest.
Oh, God.
All right, once if you can establish to us who you are and if you've got a legitimate reason to be in this country, then you'll be released.
This is, I don't know. I don't understand.
Well,
might take him to the van.
Is that the runner? Yeah. Got the keys.
As well.
I'm just going to put you in here, yeah?
Yeah, this is not fair.
Stand, mind your head. Mind your head, yeah?
Front left-hand seat.
Front seat, left-hand side. If he was running from the police would do the same thing. We have to do the same thing. Now question him again to find out his identity and his status.
Do you know what he's got? I'll show you what he's got, mate.
I was married to a French girl.
You're married to a French girl? All right, well, first of all, what I'm going to do is find out whether that story's correct, yeah? All right, and then we'll take it from there.
This guy tried to run away from the scene, so we want to just check his details.
The gentleman was given 5 years to remain in the country because he was married to a French national, but we think that has now expired, his EU residency.
Expiry 25th of October 2005 for that application. It extended the condition, but it expired in 2005.
So he's an overstay.
Yeah.
As the man should no longer be in the UK, a date has been set for his return to Nigeria. He has since appealed against this, and his case is yet to be heard.
Same method, arrest 2, go back to the rear, and if you can do your rear cover again. Any questions? Let's rock and roll. We've not visited this place before. It's quite a big butcher's like the last one. It'll be the same method as before, round up the staff, have a chat, see if the management have got their records in order. Let's go, everyone. Guys, can you come down here, please? Down you come.
A sweep through the whole shop turns up 10 butchers for the team to check out.
Sir, can you stand over here for me? Right, we're checking everyone. I've spoken to the manager. He doesn't have any photocopies of documents, Home Office papers, only pay as you earn, which is no good to us. So we're going to have to do the whole
shebang.
Your visa, how long was it for?
6 months.
6 months. Okay. When did you get the visa?
5 years before.
5 years ago. So you've overstayed 4.5 years? Yeah? Right, Mohammed. Right, did you get the visa yourself?
No, one agent.
You come by an agent. He's admitted entering the UK 5 years ago using somebody else's passport with his photograph on it in it. He's since not approached the Home Office to sort his stay out. So I'm going to now interview him with the assistance of my colleague who speaks the language, and we'll take it from there.
I don't believe what you've told me, okay? The Home Office checks have come back and there's no trace of you being issued a visa, okay?
Do you understand that you've entered the UK illegally?
Yeah, he understands that he's entered illegally and he's currently living here illegally.
What you've told me from this interview, okay, I'm going to have to arrest you for entering the UK illegally.
We have arrested 5 people so far. As far as I'm aware, they've all been arrested for overstaying their visas. They've all come on holiday visas. 9 times out of 10, they turn up at the airport, they say they're here for a holiday, they produce a return ticket, they get a job and they don't go home. That's why they've been arrested today. Those of them that have passports, we will aim to put them into a detention centre and remove back to Pakistan in the next 72 hours, hopefully.
Now the team's attention turns to the manager.
Have you made any application on his behalf to stay in the UK?
Not recently.
But you told him you would do, that's why he's overstayed. You said you were going to help him, but you haven't done. Why haven't you?
Are you running some kind of immigration advisory thing? Well, this gentleman has given you his passport and you said you'd make an application.
He just told us the bosses of the shop told him not to go back to Pakistan, and that he's going to sort his work permit out. When we just spoken to the boss, he said he's got his passport but he hasn't done anything about it. So the poor guy here has been given the wrong advice, and that's why he's been arrested now for overstaying.
Mr. Ahmed, can you please terminate that call, please? Right, okay. I need the documents for the people that you're... The documents of the people downstairs.
Okay,
Things aren't looking good for you at the moment, okay? I'm going to serve you a fine of £50,000. Now, if you have that kind of money to throw away, then... You know, you're going to have to prove that you've done all the relevant immigration checks to employ these people legally. And from what I've seen at the moment, you don't have that. All right, so you're going to have to contact your solicitor.
Yes, sir.
Bringing 2 prisoners out.
With the arrest of a 6th illegal worker, the manager could have another £10,000 added to his fine. This morning, they've raided a cleaning company and arrested 2 workers they believe are in the country illegally. One is a Nigerian whose visa has expired. The other is from Ghana, but there is no record of him entering the UK. Officer in charge, Sharon Kilbourne, decides to search the man's home.
We'll establish him initially that he actually lives here and the keys fit into the lock. They do, so we're going to bring him up and conduct a house search in order to locate his passport and any other documentation.
Where's your bedroom? Where's your bedroom? Upstairs. Upstairs. Bedroom's upstairs. You take him to your bedroom, yeah?
Last year, 25,000 illegal immigrants were removed from the country through enforcement. But the immigration teams are not allowed by law to remove someone without travel documents. They must have proof of the person's country of origin.
We've now verified that this is the person's room. If he gives us a passport, once we find that, we'll be out of here.
The team only have a photocopy supplied by the man's employer.
This gentleman has a passport. A legal authority has certified it as being a true document. If they took this to his employer, of course they're going to give him employment because it's been certified by a solicitor. These are the problems we have all the time.
Tell us if your passport is here. Saves us searching the whole room.
Right. I said it first, to be honest with you.
Honesty is the best. We love honesty. We love that.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
When my brother was leaving, he told me everything in the lawyer's hand. He handed everything over.
This gentleman here originally said that his passport was with the Home Office. Well, we've done checks, it's not with the Home Office, so we're going to check his details here. And now you're saying it's with the your solicitor, yeah?
He said?
It's with your solicitor?
No, I said I can give my solicitor number to you for you to ask.
All right.
Yeah, because
Right, so where is it then?
I don't have any idea.
So you don't have any idea?
Yes.
Right, have you reported it to police?
No, to be honest.
Why not?
Has it been lost then? So if you don't know where it is...
Do you know what? If I had £1 for every time I heard someone lost their passport and never reported it to police, I'd be a rich woman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since my brothers, because everything was with my brother.
I just said to you, where's your passport? And you said, to be honest, I have no idea. But you just said now it's with a brother that's not really your brother.
My brother have that case, he have everything. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. Got another photocopy of something here.
I always keep everything.
It's a copy of his Ghanaian passport. Right, this was issued on the 1st of February 2007.
Yeah, that's the when you
right,
take it.
where did you get this from? In this country or Ghana?
This one?
Yeah.
In this country.
From this country?
Yeah, when my brother was just sending everything.
So you wasn't here when you got this passport issued to you from...
Yeah, I was here.
You was here in 2007?
Yes, I was.
To be honest, yeah?
To be honest.
Yeah.
At the moment it looks like the passport may not be here.
I think...
So this gentleman will probably be asked to report on immigration bail. That'll be decided by the arresting officers.
The team know that without a travel document, they cannot remove the man from Britain. Their only option is to grant him temporary release.
But you have to report every week, you understand?
Right, thank you very much.
Otherwise you'll have problems if you get stopped again by the police or immigration.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
He'll be reporting to us until we can get a document and a removal date for him, and then he'll be removed back to his country of origin. So for him, if he's ever apprehended again, there won't be no release for him, he'll be detained.
The enforcement team in London need to search the home of a cleaner they've arrested on suspicion of being in the country illegally.
Come on, mate. Watch your head, yeah? Stand there for me, mate.
The man gave a false name. But officers found an ID card, and checks against this name confirmed he is from Nigeria and here on a tourist visa that expired 2 years ago.
The gentleman says it's his sister's address and she lives on the 5th floor. We've got officers providing rear cover just in case someone throws documents out of windows.
The team must find his passport. Without it, they can't send him back home.
No, hold him. He can go. Because his sister's a bit nervous of the law and police, and especially immigration, he's asked us to stand away from the peephole, or she won't answer the door, basically. If she sees his face, she'll answer it. If she sees us, she won't. So we're just waiting for her to answer the door.
Hello, ẹ bá mi ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Hello, ẹ ṣílẹ̀kùn o. Wọ́n á mú wa ń bíṣẹ́ ni o. Wọ́n dẹ̀ náà fẹ́ wọlé o. Ẹ kàn ṣílẹ̀kùn ni o.
Don't open the door, immigration going to arrest you.
Yeah,
that's what he's saying.
Can you let me use your phone? I'll call him. I'll call her. I will explain what is happening. Excuse me. I will explain what is happening to her. She will open the door. Let me just. She's just only afraid.
Tell her if she doesn't open the door, we'll smash the door in.
Let me use the phone.
Do it in English.
Yeah. I'll tell her what is happening.
If there's no one in there.
Because she might not be there, innit? Hello, Lucy! It's the Home Office. Open the door! We're not going to go away, so you need to open the door now!
We don't want a false entry unless we're sure it's his address. Because we don't, obviously we've only got the power to force entry into his address and we're not 100% sure. So we're not too keen on kicking the door in.
Is your passport in there or is it in a different address?
Is there a passport in this address? Your passport in there?
You remember? No, my passport. My passport is not here.
Where is your passport?
My passport is for a long time. Has been returned to Nigeria from those who have taken it.
That's what you said earlier, is it? Sonny, I don't believe you.
You can check it. You know how to check it from your computer. Check it by yourself. You will see everything there.
So you've got another, you're saying you've applied for another visa, is that what you're saying?
You mean my visa?
Why have you returned your passport back to Nigeria?
It is because, so...
Just a short story, please. Why have you returned it back to Nigeria? Why?
It's someone that is helped me that take it back to Nigeria.
No, you come here, you get a
Right,
visa,
relax, stand
you
back.
get a job, you send it home, get a new visa, pretend you've gone back to Nigeria, put a fake landing state from someone in Nigeria, get a new visa, yeah? We know how it works. This is not a new story to us. We hear this every day. Now, where's your passport?
You know what I'm
Nothing
saying
about.
now? I'm very, very sure of what I'm saying. Forget about what happened in where you come arrest me. It's just a panic.
Right, where's
But
your
now
passport?
I'm ready to tell you the real part of the matter. That's what I'm
Where's your
telling you now.
passport?
My passport is not here. It's not in this England. And I have to tell you the truth. I swear to Almighty God.
The team can't get in. They've already spent 8 hours on this operation, and at the end of it, 2 people they believe are illegal immigrants will be released.
It's just frustrating because you've been out all day, it's a long, hard graft, and at the end of it, you're just going to let go.
Because of limited space, the Immigration Service only detains someone if they believe he poses a risk to the public or is likely to abscond. All they can do with the Nigerian is take him back to base to record his details.
Right, we'll start off with your right hand, so come round here.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question, please?
Yes.
Never commit any offense, any crime in this country.
Right, okay, listen, mate, we're going to give you... I'll tell you why we're taking your fingerprints.
Very straightforward.
Okay, now listen, let me explain to you. You're not legally here. And we have the right to take your fingerprints, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't allow us to take them, we can take them by force, okay? It's a lot easier for you to just let us take them. Don't go to the police. These go to an immigration database, but they go on an immigration database all around Europe. So you go to any other country within Europe, claim to be somebody else, they can test you and you'll come up on your fingerprints, okay?
It's not that to know maybe I've committed a crime.
It's not because you've done a criminal offence, no. Just do what go with me, yeah?
I'm going to give you this form. It's a notification of temporary release, okay? Which basically means that we're releasing you. You need to report to this office. You need to bring this paper with you, right? And then you come back every Wednesday, okay? You're not allowed to work, mate, yeah? So the best bet for you now is probably to go to the Nigerian High Commission and get hold of a passport or a travel document and go back to Nigeria, okay?
If I've been deported to Nigeria, they will kill me. If I prefer to kill me here and there to try Nigeria, I prefer to kill me here and there to go to Nigeria and just waste my life.
The man fears for his life if he goes home to Nigeria because of a feud over property with members of his family. It started after the death of his parents, when he sold some property to fund his trip to Britain.
I mean, we spoke about the possibility of you wanting to claim asylum, but you're not sure yet, are you? So what you need to do is go home, have a think about it, and whatever you think's best, when you decide, when you come in tomorrow, you come into our office and have a word with someone about claiming asylum, if that is what you want to do, okay?
Asylum is protection for people fleeing persecution in their own country. A claim because of a family dispute, however serious, is unlikely to be successful.
Well, now he's been released. He's probably going to go home, speak to his mates. They're going to tell him, oh no, stay away, whatnot. And lost in the system again.
The man did report as instructed the following day, but he did not seek asylum and has not been seen or heard of since. The Ghanaian cleaner also reported only once, before disappearing. Both men have been circulated as absconders on the police national computer.
The enforcement team have a tip-off that a restaurant in the West End is hiring illegal immigrants.
The intention is to talk to all staff present at the address and identify any persons illegally present or without the legal right to work in the UK. Okay, everybody happy with what they're doing? Any questions?
The restaurant is a Scotch steakhouse popular with tourists on London's Charing Cross Road. The team splits up. Officers Lippington and Mitchell head downstairs to the kitchen whilst Officer Purewell questions the waitress.
How long have you had your visa for?
Student.
1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 3 months. So how long have you been in this country?
2.5, maybe 3 months. No, not 3, not more.
3 months. Okay. When does your student visa finish?
Soon.
When?
I don't know if it's soon, maybe 2 weeks.
What are you studying at the moment?
Oh, sorry?
What do you study?
Just college, just sometimes just.
Are you studying English?
Yeah, just only English.
Okay, we're just going to do some checks with the Home Office. We're going to make a phone call because we have records of all visas issued. If you just wait here, yeah. Actually, you know what? Actually, come around here. Come around here.
The waitress is Ukrainian and says she's a student.
Do you work?
If she's telling the truth, the officers will find her records on the Home Office database. Down in the kitchen, officers Lippington and Mitchell are speaking to a chef. He says he's from Mongolia.
Speak English? Tiny little bit. Okay, don't worry.
You have to come upstairs with us, mate. Yeah?
Turn everything off. Just turn it all off. Okay. You've just got this one. Have you got any ID on you?
Yeah.
Any ID?
Yeah.
Driver's license, passport?
It's not here.
It's not here. Where is it? It's at home?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
Sarangari.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
E.L.
E.L. And what's your family name?
Sarangari. It's John Dodge.
J or G?
It's James J.
J.
How old are you?
26.
And you're from Mongolia, yeah? How long have you been in the UK for? 3.5 years.
Yeah, about 3.
About 3 years. And what leave have you got to be in the UK?
What?
What leave have you got? You've got a work permit, visa.
Visa.
You've got a visa, have you? What type of visa? Sorry?
Student.
Student. Student visa. Just do a check. Okay.
When do you go to college then? When are you going to college next?
Now it's just working just part time.
When do you go to when have you been to college? Have you been to college recently?
Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to college?
Last 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. So are you going to college at the moment?
Not yet.
Why not?
No. Because now I need money.
So you're not studying at the moment?
Not now.
Have you come to this country to work, or have you come to this country to study?
I want to learn English.
Is that why you've come here?
Yeah.
Is that the main reason why you're in this country, to go to college?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, first of all, she's told my colleague that she's a student. She didn't know what she was studying. She said she last went to college like 2 weeks ago. She's come up with the truth. I didn't believe her at all.
The most that foreign students are allowed to work during term time is 20 hours a week. Both interviewees say they're students, but the Mongolian chef has just admitted to working 40 hours.
Listen to me, no, you're here on a student visa, and you tell me you're working here 40 hours a week. When are you studying? So you're telling me you're working 40 hours a week and you're studying as well? Do you work 40 hours a week every week?
No, just sometimes.
Just sometimes. How many hours a week are you allowed to work when you're studying?
Like maximum is 20.
20 hours, yeah? So how can you, if you're working 40 hours, you're working more hours than you're allowed to, aren't you? And you've been working, not studying, yeah?
Okay, that's lovely. Let's go with a no trace then. Yeah. All right. Thank you for your help. Thanks, bye. Bye-bye. No, it's definitely a no trace.
He doesn't appear to be on their database, which could mean he's given them a false name.
We can't find a visa for you. No, we can't find a visa. Where did you get your visa from?
From Mongolia.
From Mongolia?
Yeah.
I'm not believing anything you're telling me at the moment, all right? Because we can't find any trace in your systems. You're not able to show me a passport. I find it all quite difficult to believe, yeah?
There's another way to find his ID.
Where's the scanner?
I think he's going to have to go to the police station.
What scanner?
Not you. You're okay. Yeah, let's scan him.
Officers Lippington and Mitchell are looking for a fingerprint match on their biometric database.
Do you want to go to a police station? No, you don't. Do you want to go to police stations? Are not very nice. It's really hot outside, and the cells are not very nice. So, are you going to tell me the truth?
Marriott Court. You're going to take us to Marriott again? Just there.
You don't have a visa. So how did you come to the UK? Did you come in on an airplane? Did you come on a train?
Keys to your house.
Train.
The train, yeah? You came on the train. Okay. And when you came to this country, did you see an immigration officer?
Yep.
And explain to me what happened when you came. Did you show the immigration officer your passport?
Yep.
And what did you have a visa in your passport? No. And did the immigration officer ask you any questions?
No, no questions.
No questions. So they didn't ask you no questions and they let you through? That doesn't happen.
I just buy in Poland in like market.
Well, can we not get into your house? Can you not show us your passport?
No good letter.
You can't show us your passport.
Okay, so somebody brought you here illegally. Yeah? Thank you. That's all we wanted to know.
She finally admits she doesn't have a UK visa and has paid an agent €3,000 to get into Britain.
But the situation is that you've told me under caution that you've entered the UK illegally by using someone else's documents to come here. You're aware that you're illegally, therefore you're under arrest. We're going to take your personal belongings and we're going to go to our van. Do you understand that? Okay?
Now the officers need the woman's passport to begin the removal process. She has told them it's at her house. This will be their next destination.
We're going to go to the house. We're going to see if we can find their passport. If we can find their passport, we're going to send her home. Just take a seat. Watch your head as you get in. Nice and slow. Just take a seat.
Back inside the restaurant, officers Lippington and Mitchell have a positive match for the Mongolian chef.
Possible identification.
Oh. Let's see. Hang on, let's write it down. Is this you?
Is this you? Is this your real name?
Game's up, yeah? Is that you?
There's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about. We've got a nice lady.
Yeah?
She's going to search you, okay?
You're going to tell us the truth, yeah?
Yeah,
Asylum.
finished.
Date of birth, 18th of the 11th, 79.
Yeah.
You're good,
Mongolian.
yeah, but not that good.
Ah.
CEO.
You've seen immigration before.
Yeah, he's a face.
We get there in the end, and you've just caused yourself so much more trouble by lying.
He gave them a false name, but now they can cross-check his real identity with the Home Office database, and there's a surprising result.
Is he not Faz?
No, he's been removed.
So what we're trying to do now is find out how he's re-entered the country. We're checking we know what his real name is. We're checking the systems now to find out if we've got any record of him re-entering the country.
In August last year, we sent you home, didn't we? Yes? Right. So how did you get back in?
Someone just told me I'm just using someone's passport again.
You used someone else's passport again, yeah? Was it a Mongolian passport that you used when you came back in? Was it a friend's passport or was it your passport?
No, just someone else, not my friend.
It wasn't a friend or anything. Did you pay money to someone? How much money? You paid £1,000.
This gentleman is under arrest for illegal entry.
Yeah.
Okay? You're under arrest for illegal entry. I remind you, you're under caution, yeah?
Interesting.
I'm putting these on.
The man was sent back to Mongolia after spending 2 days in detention.
It's not the first time he's been here. Watch your head, be careful.
In Lagos, Nigeria, Officer Megan has made a decision about the man who lived illegally in Britain but now wants a genuine British visa.
Ah, you're there. I thought you said you weren't there. Right. You'll be pleased to know that your solicitor was correct. I'm going to issue you your visa. Okay? So you can go back to the UK.
Thank you.
You shouldn't have done it that way in the first place.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
God bless you. So we wanted a good solicitor first of all. Okay? Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
God bless you, sir.
It's an adventure you've had. 2005.
Thank you.
You could say they're a bit happy. Madame was quite ecstatic, so she's quite happy. And he's relieved. That's it. Sometimes we do bring a bit of sunshine into people's lives. Not very often.
Yeah. Arena, you're going to give me your address now.
In London, the enforcement team need to find the Ukrainian waitress's passport so they can deport her. But she refuses to tell them where she lives.
Because her boyfriend's illegal as well, she doesn't want us to go around and have the boyfriend. And she said there's 8 other Ukrainian people living there, so I don't think she wants to be responsible for other people's fate.
The woman hasn't given them an address, but the team have managed to find one by using her mobile phone.
We're going to an address in Lewisham. We're going to try and find this Ukrainian lady's passport. so we can send her home. What's your head? Yeah, it's all right, it's all right. Just go on the pavement first, because there's a road. Number 27, yeah?
I'm sorry?
Number 27, this is your house?
No.
No, you don't live here then?
No.
We're going to try the house anyway. I've been given this address as your house. Okay, all right. We'll try it. We'll try it. If not, we'll go back in the van, all right? Okay? Yeah? All right.
I think I lived in this part, but nobody there now. It's empty now, is it? It's empty.
The address is out of date. The current resident tells the officers a group of Ukrainians moved out months ago.
Watch your head. Sit down in the front as you sit before, please. Sit down, please. All right, all right.
We can't release you without an address. You're illegally in the UK, so we have to know where you're living. We don't like detaining people, and we don't detain them unless we have to.
The woman lives with her boyfriend and 8 other Ukrainians.
But we do need an address.
She doesn't want to get them into trouble with immigration.
Are you ready to give me... No, we're not going to take everybody. No, we just need your address to verify where you live. I'll talk to your boyfriend. I'll call him.
You need to think about yourself.
Too many problems.
You need to think about yourself, don't you?
Will you take us there? Will you take us there? Will you take us to your house? Please.
I can show you.
Could you show us, yeah? She's given us a road, which is just around the corner from here. And she's 50-50 about telling us where she lives, so we're going to take her there. And I've told her our options, and it's down to her now to tell us where she lives, otherwise she's just going to be detained. You got them keys? I'm right down here, yeah? Helen, you got them keys, innit? Okay, which one is it? I really know which house is it. You're not going to tell us?
I can't, sorry.
You have to tell us. You have to tell us.
She can't bring herself to give up her friends. It leaves the team with no option. Without her passport, she will have to serve time in a detention centre waiting for her emergency removal papers.
If it means she's in detention for weeks, maybe a month, that's going to happen. We've given all the options, we've helped her as much as we can, but we have to draw a line somewhere. She's going to be detained, and we're going to send her home.
While the Ukrainian waitress was in Colnbrook Detention Centre, her passport was handed in by a friend. She claimed asylum, which was refused, and after spending over 2 months in detention, was removed back to the Ukraine.
An enforcement team have received intelligence that there may be illegal immigrants working at a spring onion farm.
Apparently there are up to 15, 20 nationals, all kind of different nationalities. Apparently possible Iraqi, Indian, Romanians working there. We'll just see what's there when we arrive, really. Yep.
The rest of you could head that way and start sweeping through.
The 18-strong team split up, hitting 2 buildings where the suspected illegals are working.
Stop what you're doing, put everything down, please. From immigration, we've come just to need to do a few checks. Does anyone speak English?
Morning, people. Going to need you all to stop what you're doing at the moment because we need to speak to you regarding your immigration status. Anybody got any ID with them? ID? Driving licence? Bank cards? No? Basically, this is a warrant that allows us to come in to your property.
Yeah.
Okay? And speak to your employers.
Yeah.
Okay? That's for you.
How did you enter the UK?
No, I came in a lorry.
In a lorry?
You 2 sisters?
Yes, sisters, simple.
It looks like. How long have you been in the UK for?
7.
Sorry?
7th
7th year.
I
arrived here 5 years ago.
Overstays as far as I'm aware.
Overstay. Illegal entrance. He's a legal entrance.
Yeah. £130 she received last week. कितने घंटे वास्ते कितने दिन काम करते?
6 दिन.
Working 6 days a week. They are being paid £135 for a 40-hour week,
which I reckon, top of my head, could be wrong, is about £3.75 an hour, which is obviously a couple of pounds below the national minimum wage.
This is no straightforward matter. The workers are not being employed directly by the farmer, but through an agency.
They're claiming that they work for a company that's an employment agency and there's wage slips to prove so.
Obviously there is a lot going on with regards to gang masters and forced labour and things like that. They're being quite coy about where they live, saying that the people in the vans pick them up in the morning, bring them to work. So they probably don't earn an awful lot, if anything, but they will work for their accommodation. So somebody's basically forcing them to work here.
It's horrible coming out to a job like this where you see that they're working long hours for little money in conditions that you wouldn't want to keep animals in, really.
But the conditions are relatively poor. It's mud underfoot and pretty horrible outside. They have to work in this unheated room which is leaking profusely.
We're poor back home, and that's why I've come over. We've sold our house and had to sell our land to get here.
They're not criminals, they're here because they want to better themselves, they want to better their lives. We understand why they do it. If I was put in the situation where I had to feed my kids, and I would do exactly the same thing.
Although employment regulations are being broken, the enforcement team's job is to identify and remove illegal workers.
We believe that you're illegally present in the country, so I'm now arresting you on suspicion of entry without leave.
I understand.
Okay, this gentleman and this lady have both been arrested on suspicion of entry without leave. This gentleman has told us that he's entered on the back of a lorry 4 or 5 years ago, and this lady, pretty much same story.
Arrived here 3 months ago as a visitor through an agent. ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਨਮ ਦਿਨ ਦੀ ਤਰੀਕ 15 to 51 date of birth.
The couple are in fact overstayers, but they have passports, valid passports, at their home address. So the process we'll do now is we've asked if we can go back to their home address to find their passports. They're happy with that, so we're actually going to return them to their home address now, take them back there, find the passports, and they can get on a flight and go home.
Basically, they've both arrived on visit visas, which were valid for 6 months in 2007, and they've overstayed since then.
Of the 20 people working here, 17 were found to be illegal immigrants. Most have been temporarily released, while papers needed to remove them are prepared, and others have absconded, their whereabouts unknown. Only 2 have so far been removed from Britain. The agency that supplied the illegal workers was fined £85,000.